some more. Because I want you to leave with this. Truth, having your Lord girded about with truth. So Pastor, I heard a nice message, a little time stuff. But what's the essence tonight? Here it is. You don't have to go there, but Galatians chapter 4, 12 through 16, it says, brother, I beseech you, be as I am, for I am, watch this now, as you are. Here's what Paul says. I'm an apostle. I've been given the grace of God to be an apostle. I've been saved. I've been given another opportunity. I've been delivered. But Paul said, in all of that, as high and as lofty as God has allowed me to go, I've been in jail. And I want you to understand something. As you are, so am I. I just gave you your witnessing to you. Stop trying to present yourself as more than what other people are. Paul brings himself down to the level of the people he's talking to. He says, as you are, so am I. Watch this now. He said, as you are, so am I. You have not injured me at all. Y'all, I wish I had time to preach this, but I don't. He said, you ain't injured me at all. In other words, Paul says, all of these folk that you call sinners, they ain't done no harm to you. But I guarantee you, them folk that's saying they are what you are have done some damage to you. Paul said, these folks didn't injure me at all. They didn't cause me any injury. He said, so you know, through the infirmity of my flesh, watch this, I preached the gospel unto you at first. Now watch what he said, and my temptation, which was in my flesh. Here's the apostle of God admitting to the people of God, temptation invades my space. Y'all ain't listening. The apostle, the called apostle of God, called by Jesus himself, puts it on the line and says, my temptation in my flesh. What's he saying? I fight the battle just like you. He says, through the temptation which is in my flesh, you despise life. You didn't reject me. Come on here, somebody. You didn't throw me away. Even though you knew about my problems, you didn't throw me away. What kind of church would that be? But receive me as an angel of God. Can you imagine? He said, you receive me like an angel, even though I got all these things going on in my life. You receive me as an angel of God. He said, where is this? He said, where is then? Watch this. The blessedness you spake of. For I bear you record that if it had been possible, you would have plucked out your own eyes and have given them to me. Last verse. Here it is. He says, so now, am I therefore become your enemy? Watch this. Because I tell you the truth. He said, you know all this about me. You know all about it come from. You know what all I've done. He said, but now why are you turning on me? Because I decided to tell you the truth. The point is this. When you start revealing the truth, you're going to create some enemies. When you start revealing the truth, you're going to create enemies. You know who your best friend is? Do you know who your best friend is? Brothers, do y'all know who y'all's best friend is? Sisters, do you know who your best friend is? Your best friend is that person who will risk their friendship to tell you the truth. That's who your best friend is. They will risk their friendship to tell you the truth. Now, the only problem with that is you better make sure you come right. You got to make sure you come proper now. Because people can fill you out before you come. You know, they tell you being or you probing or whatever. But there's a friend of mine that I love to this day because he told me the truth. Because he got in my face and said, well, you know, you might not like me after this. But if God told you to do what you do, then you got to believe that God told you to do what you do. And you got to keep on doing what you said God told you to do. Stop trying to make it stop hurting. I'm talking to somebody. Stop trying to make the pain go away. Stop trying to mask it with something else. Just accept it as the truth. And start walking with it from there. Now some of you sitting in here today, you're like me. You know that there's the truth about yourself that you have not even revealed, but you're not dealing with. You know that there's the truth about you that you're not even dealing with. That you're not even acknowledging, that you're not even accepting, that you're pushing away. No, not me. But you know, deep down inside, and I'm here to tell you that if you want to get set free, you're going to have to acknowledge it. You know you mean. You're the biggest thing you know you mean. Ain't nobody got to tell you. Your attitude is so jacked up, you know it is. Stop putting on hormones. We don't give you, but we will give you 5 days out that month. That's it. Every time I see you, I don't care what day of the month it is, you acting like a fool. Something wrong with you. God said, tell them that we're going to have to all accept the truth about ourselves. And we're going to have to deal with ourselves. We're going to have to admit it, we have to acknowledge it, we're going to have to accept it, and we're going to have to deal with it. And God is going to help us. That's the good news. That God ain't going to just let you confess it and put it out there, and then ain't going to help you through it. Hallelujah. Somebody say, God is going to help you. Come on, say it again, God is going to help you. Stand to your feet and give God a hand clap of praise.